It says I'm live. All right, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so you're just gonna be hearing my voice, just a blank screen. But this is important. So, Moony Empath, Moon Empath, she and I communicate on the DL on the side, and it's cool because many of us for a long time, like myself, Riz Marete, and probably others out there that I don't know about. Some I do, but I'm just not gonna say their name. Um, But I can only speak from me and what I see and the messages I've received that have come through so profoundly in 2019 through now. Okay, when you're dealing with the supernatural, all right, and they keep pushing this planet agenda, okay, and I don't know, planets are energy, all right, clearly they're energy. They're realms, they're energy, they're deities. They're literally deities. Their body parts, their deities. Zeus is Jupiter, okay? And we're in Jupiter is conjunction with Uranus right now with these storms, okay? This is connected to Into Thin Air, who picked up that anomaly, right? Which probably is connected to Baal, okay? I mean, you can, maybe it's fresh water, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. I don't. I really don't. And a lot of things have just been coming together for me because I've been picking up on this for a long time through just my connection with the Most High God, through my readings. So when you're talking about the supernatural and what's happening right now with these storms, with the weather, the supernatural has to have the electromagnetic energy to form. It uses it uses energy. And we're dealing with a whole other level of energy that call whatever CERN opened up um, to allow in to connect to. Never in my life have I seen this many storms all over the world. And it's just like, the day after tomorrow and the day the earth stood still. I mean, it's all predictive programming. The Torah, right? And then I don't know, I'm seeing it's like I was shown like the a long time ago the Greek keys, the two T's. That's a key. All right, and I've been picking up on scrolls, and it's, I don't know, it's because of my soul. All right, this is all my soul that I get this from, and through my connection with the Most High God and Archangel Michael. In 2020, whether they've been here the whole time or not, but a king and two sons descended to earth and appeared in two F5 tornadoes that ran parallel to each other in Mississippi. Look it up. That's when I was like, okay, what's going on here? And this is where this all began to me, and my story will never change because it's just the real deal. And just from seeing all my life, and like when you were a little kid, remember when a thunderstorm came and either you were scared or you weren't. And I don't think there's any in between with that one. And the darkness, that's just these storms. These storms are things coming in our world. And they're supernatural entities, deities, beings coming into our world. And they tell us this in Greek mythology. All right, the earth is bleeding. What we live on is bleeding. You want to call it wormwood and you want to call it red iron oxide dust, it's turning the waters. No, man, I have to disagree. I'm not saying it's not, but when Alaska's bleeding, I mean, she's bleeding. These storms, it's all biological, but the supernatural has to have the electromagnetic. It is electromagnetic. We're electromagnetic. And these storms are, and again, this goes back to like connecting with Jody and her sending me that movie that was made 12 years ago. No coincidence, about Baal. All right, and these storms, and these are deities, and we're seeing the deities. And like I said, there's other channels out there we're showing you. We've been showing you the whole time. And I know at first it's probably, and even still, maybe it sounds out there to you, then, maybe I'm just not for you. And I'm totally okay with that, but I'm for me, and I understand this. There's no coincidence. It's not pareidolia. We're showing you these supernatural beings in this weather, these storms, these cloud formations. They're taking on the matter of this world now because CERN has opened up all kinds of shit, is what it's done. And these storms are no joke. These are things coming into our world now. All right, let's go back a few years ago when Lilith was walking the lands. I think 2020, 2021, 2020, 2021, Indiana, Walmart fire. I showed pictures of that when that happened. I showed pictures of Lilith walking the earth clearly. Okay, they use the fires, they use the weather, they use the smoke, they use the matter, they use what you call clouds. It's not clouds, I mean, it's not cloud seeding. I think they feed the energy with that stuff. It's the other way around. Like everyone who's saying, you believe what you want. I honestly don't care, but I'm not gonna like ever misinform you or put propaganda out there that this harp thing, it's a fallen angel technology. Like, hello, harp, ding, 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 ding. Fallen angelic technology being used to battle what is coming in because they're selling you the story of planets, okay? There's a dude out there that has a whole channel. He's talked on all these radios and whatever's still pushing the agenda of planets, okay? And maybe they're fucking planets. I don't know. I think he knows more because you have a dragon in the sky with a pearl in its mouth, and he has it labeled as a planet. That dude knows, and he's still not being honest, but that's on him, not me. Now these storms are connected into, remember I was picking up on, for those who've been walking with me with this, okay, I've been picking up on um, um, the iron, the iron belt around us. Okay, they broke through that. They've been breaking through that. Okay, and they're using that energy coming through. That's so when Jody sent me that movie, I posted it in the community. Check it out or don't. I mean, it's made cheesy, but that's not the point of this. The point of it is there's tons of truth in it. Okay, because we're dealing with Baal, we're dealing with Lilith, we're dealing with Michael, we're dealing with Morning Star, we're dealing with Christ, we're dealing with the Reaper, we're dealing with Solomon. Something out there is reading these ancient scrolls that has opened up more, whether it's those people who are CERN, and don't think, and listen, this isn't that far out there, and it really isn't. You'd be surprised at your United States government and your armed forces that have gone into other countries to raid other countries for the seven tablets of destiny. You know that movie, what is it, The Three Kings, or whatever that is, with Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney. Hey, Jody. Um, that they went into, that's what they went in to do. They went to they use our government. The government uses the army, the navy, the marines to go in and gather these ancient stuff. All right, the Valley of the Kings, I was picking up on that years ago, and like, here we are, the sarcophagus in the skies. These aren't clouds. This isn't just weather, and this is not just tornadoes. It's not. These are supernatural events. And this goes back to the basics 101 of just paranormal investigating, paranormal. Okay, so how does paranormal work? How does an apparition appear? An apparition needs energy, right? It needs matter. It uses moisture. It uses the moon. It uses the sun. It uses a ley line. It uses electrical grid. Okay, it uses the EMF. This place is layered with EMF. I mean, look around you. It's filled with EMF. This is why they put 5G up. You know, that probably more than that, but I can only speak from a supernatural standpoint. Some say it's for, communications for when all this shut down, maybe. But I see it as since this 5G has been placed, the supernatural has amped up even more. And it has. And now look at the storms around us and these eclipses. And that's an energy. That's energy. We're still dealing with the energy of 2017 eclipse. So I posted that movie that was sent to me because I think it's important if you want to understand what's going on around you. If you can't see, then I don't know what to say, but I'm actually going to do a reading on this tomorrow. I've been kind of putting it off. I only do the readings when I feel called to do them, and I've been really getting tugged at, and I just haven't. I wait when I feel it's the right time, basically. I definitely do. I'm not a turn and burn reader, and I just been getting significant messages that I haven't shared, and I'm just seeing the pieces coming together, and it's serious. These storms are not weather. I mean, they are weather, but they're not weather. These are supernatural. It's basics, but now it's at a massive scale, and I've been watching it and I've been showing it. Other channels have been showing these supernatural beings to warn you, to armor up. And unfortunately, lives get taken, the physical flesh anyway. You remember, the soul is immortal, and it's a battle of souls right now. And Mother Earth is bleeding, okay? She is. And, yeah, I'm gonna do one, Jody. I am. I know. I've been, I don't know. Well, I haven't really wanted to because of the energy, to really be honest. I always just feel that out. But I've been feeling it, and I've just kind of been putting it off and putting it off, and I can't anymore because it's just like, ugh, it's like time. So I will be doing that tomorrow, definitely. Definitely. On the 28th, we go figure. Um, but I'm just watching all these pieces come together, and it blows my mind. Okay, it blows my own mind, and it really does, because this started so clearly in that 2019, um, with the messages into 2020, and then like it's just been unfolding and unfolding and unfolding, and the levels that I see and understand, and I don't understand at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like, I understand, but I don't understand, and I'm like, well, who am I? For a long time, I'm like, who am I that I'm getting it at this level, right? Because to me, it's big level. I'm humbled. I'm honored, very honored. Um, and these storms are realms opening up and worlds being revealed that have always been there the whole time, but the veil has blocked it, and now it's not anymore. And that anomaly in the Antarctica, first of all, it's the size of a freaking continent, okay, and that's supernatural. I mean, if someone wants to just think it's fresh water, and believe me, I've tried to. I do. I always try to debunk. I do, but then it always comes back to the supernatural for me. Because honestly, everything is supernatural. It really is. Everything's at a vibration. The vibration is shifting. The vibration is changing. We're going to change. We are going to physically change, and we are. Um, and that's all I understand. And we are. And some of you have been feeling it, feeling it in your kundalini, uh, through your spine, your third eye. Clearly see a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just understanding this from an esoteric point of view. I was understanding more with these storms and how is it? It was etheric lightning. Like we're in a different level of the storms we knew. We're in an esoteric, etheric level now, which is connected to these supernatural deities that they're pushing the planet agenda. Mother Earth, she's bleeding. Tiamat, Kai, Pachamama, Pekaficha. It's not just red iron oxide, dust. And I'm not trying to be like that to impugn anyone's belief or thought. She's bleeding, man. She's bleeding. The rivers will run red because it comes from her, not something outside of her. And these things are rolling through us, creating storms in these toroidal fields. These these beings are coming through, and they're showing us. If for those who are paying attention, and I know that you are, if you're on here with me, you're paying attention. You're seeing them in the storms. You're seeing them, the faces, and it's evil. And not all of it, but a lot of it is. It's heavy. It's heavy, heavy, heavy. Um, you're having profound dreams, profound memories, sweats. Your body's changing. Uh, your habits are changing. You're listening to your soul more. You're trusting your intuition more. You're shedding out lower vibrations in your uh, life, ultimately. You may be more like isolated more than before because you're not tolerating a lot of things that you used to tolerate because you just can't tolerate it anymore. Like us being shown shattered glass was scream, like scream. You just want to scream, like get away from me, like that. You're in this. The collective will be very much in this protective energy of if it does not align with you, get away from me, kind of not being rude, just get away from me. Severing ties, cutting cords, doing all that. However that is, everyone's gonna do it differently. Um, a lot of reveals of Holly Weird. Um, like many of us have been showing for a long time that we've been accused of being on drugs and we've been laughed at. And, that's your small minded thinking. That's yours, not ours. We're just trying to show you and warn you for a long time now, the best that we can. And now many are seeing. And it was king and two sons, whether that's physically manifested, the energy was so profound that I got that message about a king and two sons. And when the two F5 tornadoes in Mississippi ran parallel, and I was getting like Odin and Thor walking the earth. Um, Remember, the ravens are Odin's birds, messengers. And we're just, unfortunately, we're left short-handed because we've been asleep purposely, deliberately. We're we're not brushed up on unless you're a theologian and you've been studying this your whole life. You're getting a crash course on who was this deity, who's that one, who's these energies. Learning about these energies real damn fast because you gotta know who we gotta know who we're dealing with here. And then, okay, so back to yes, Lilith walked the earth out of that in Indiana, out of that Walmart fire. You have people on YouTube that are dark beings that are trying to raise these serpents as well. They're trying to raise, I picked up on that a few years ago as well, trying to raise Lilith's serpent. All right, we're in the land of dragons and serpents. We have angels here. Angels would never, ever, ever, ever abandon us, okay? Ever. Ever, 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 ever. We are not alone. We would never be left to the slaughter. Ever. Ever, ever. So please know that as all this goes on. These dreams I've been having, and they're always, because, you're dealing with esoteric, so it's not always a straight line. kind of, it made sense when I heard about the Alaskan River that turned red, orange, because I had a dream something about that, and then I had a dream about fires last night. Like I sat straight up, like I don't know, just something about these fires. Well, there's going to be more fires, or something about that with fires. It was scary. It was really scary. It was a lot of fires. We're going to be hit with a lot of storms this summer. Like, and continually. We already are. Like, and if you don't understand, man, I don't know how to help you understand, but like, never, ever in my lifetime have I ever seen this many tornadoes happen. So many. And many of us on the channel walk together here. This is for those who are new or whatever. Never have we seen this many tornadoes in Jody, and we're glad to see you on here because I know your area or your state was hit with a tornado, and I thought of you. So I'm glad you're okay. And I can't see. Oh, here we go. I can see. It is a lot. It is a lot. Yes. Um, it's a lot to take in, especially if you many aren't paying attention at all. They just live their 3D life and wow, look at all these tornadoes and not clicking that it's supernatural. The supernatural manifests through matter, electromagnetic energy, electricity. It is. It is the supernatural. Like it is. It is now all of it. Like it's it's the rain. It's the wind. It is like the dragon is the rain. Is the wind. It's the storms. It's not the other way. It's not the other way around. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it's just the way I'm seeing it now. Like it's. I watch the dragons go through the cities, like right through them, right through us. Like they are the wind. They are the storms. Not, no, and there's more than just dragons. It's a big deal. Um, so if you get a chance, check out that movie. I might actually tag into Thin Air for that because that anomaly is somehow connected to that with Baal, and maybe some other ancient deity as well. Because I do feel like that anomaly is totally connected with an ancient, whether it's Sumerian or connected to like Atlantis. It's connected, definitely. And there's just no coincidence with that. And Baal is this weather, it's the storm god, but so isn't Zeus. Apollo, we have Apollo as the sun, which I was kind of getting Apollo and Ra might be the same being. I was showing that the other. I was like, so that's kind of like okay. Um, but these storm gods, Poseidon, I don't know if they're all the same deity. Maybe, but they may be battling each other. Lily as well, and we're left here in the earthly plane, trying to find directions on how to deal with all this as this is happening. Basically, yeah, that's how I started this video with. It was interesting because I was picking up on a different layer of like because I watch all I watch all these storms, and then the other day it was like we were hit 100 times within like 30, and I forget how many minutes. We had lightning strikes, 100 lightning strikes, and I got a message about we're in like a different layer of I don't know how to explain it, like it's esoteric etheric lightning. It's like a birth, or they show us in everything like something coming through uses what lightning, right? The energy, like, but we're moving through like as a soul collective, as a mass, okay, of souls, which is firing off a lot of like neurons, right? Protons, neutrons, electrons, all that's happening as we're aware. The more we become aware, the more storms are going to happen because we are also creating that as soul and esoteric beings here in a meat suit. We're also a part of that. We're not separate from that. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is gonna make sense. It's all like coming through so fast that I'm just trying to put it out and document it. But I am gonna come on tomorrow and do a reading. I will get into it more and I will gather my thoughts a little more organized than they are now. But yes, synopsis. Yes, we're part of that. Like a birthing canal. Like we're moving through this like birth canal, if you will, and it's firing off all kinds of energy along with other things coming through that's firing off all that energy at the same time. So, yeah, anyway, we are. That's the whole point, is what I'm trying to say. We are. I just said that, as we grow and as we move through this, we're creating that. We made this place. We did create this place. We created this template that got hijacked. It definitely got hijacked. To have an experience here, we created it. And then it got hijacked for us to have an experience here. So, yeah, I'm glad. I know you pay attention because you do throw back what I say, and I appreciate that, Jody. I really appreciate that. I know you're paying attention. I appreciate you paying attention. But yes, basically, yes, we're the building blocks of what the change here. We're the change, along with, because we're changing, it's triggering off all these other events. This is the best way. It's like a tripwire, tripping through the wires. Like the more we're ascending, the more these other things don't want us to. Some don't want us to. Some are trying to prevent us from doing it, and other things are walking with us as we do this. We are definitely not alone. We have high vibrational guardians with us. We would never come here alone ever and do this world alone ever. No. So I'm gonna end that there. But yeah, that's basically how I started off with. Check out that movie. It's made cheesy, but that's not the point of it. Like there's information in there with the Sumerian tablets, the things, just things I've been picking up on and talking about for a long time. And life imitates art and etc. And I've been picking up on tablets being read from, and the stargates and these discs, and it really aligned with a lot of things I've been picking up on. So, and I was like, I kept going, holy crap. And it was connected to Baal that I've been picking up on for a while, that sits over in New York City. He probably moves around a lot, but basically sits above New York City in a chair. Most people are unbeknownst that that's even going on. So stay safe, everybody. Just stay safe, armor up, be prepared the best that you can. And yes, it is a supernatural event. It totally 1000% is a supernatural, holy, divine, and dark event taking place. Battle of Souls. Trying to reread it. The Clockwork Orange, yeah, you brought up today. Yes, I did. I haven't seen that movie since I was like 17 years old. So I don't remember. I mean, I vaguely remember. I just remember it being really weird um, and creepy. But I don't remember like the plot of it. I don't really remember it, or the gist of the story. And then I was getting like Oompa Loompas, the orange. You know how they're orange, the Oompa Loompas? It's just how my guides work, and it somehow reveals of like, oh, okay, that's why they chose to use Oompa Loompas, or it's, my guides are really interesting on the things that they choose to use to convey what makes sense and when it comes together. And I appreciate that so much, actually. I really do. So I will come back tomorrow and definitely do a reading. I'm definitely going to do a reading tomorrow. So have a beautiful night. Stay safe, Jody. Stay safe, everybody out there. Because these storms, they're scary. And they come like a thief in the night, man. And they do. These tornadoes come like a thief in the night. What Texas just got hit today, you know, like, and this is all what the path of totality, pretty much. These storms are, and that, I'm telling you, that table is descending. That tabernacle table is definitely descending. It is over Oklahoma, yeah, definitely, or the Midwest, I should say. It's huge. Whether it's like it's a table. It's described in Exodus. So, peace, love, and light, everybody. Have a good night, Jody.